a moment as we check in with what the hell out of the way. Something went wrong. All right, well. And we're live on YouTube. All right. Well, look, this is not my drawing. This is a drawing by James Anthony, who on Instagram goes by, I hope I pronounced this right, She Loves Layer of Drawing. I'm going to have to get the correct spelling or pronunciation from James Anthony. I've been following James Anthony for, God, almost a month now on Instagram. I am really taken by his art, his drawings. And so I reached out and said, hey, for my next live inking session, I'd like to draw one of your drawings. I ink one of your drawings. And he came back and said, absolutely. And here we are. This is a drawing called The Last Two. Very sexy ladies, alien, cosmic, spacey. It's the kind of feeling vibe that I got from this drawing. So I really, really enjoy that. And, you know, another thing too is it gave a 70s cosmic, vibe. And so I really just wanted to do something with it. This is just a printout I have for reference. I've already made some blue line thoughts. Nothing in the way of corrections. I don't want anybody thinking, even James, I don't want you to think that I'm correcting your drawings. It's just that when I see somebody's work, I always see my version. And sometimes it's so much that I just want to see my version. So I'm just doing two things here, which is one, doing that, getting it out there, and then two, doing something live, and also talking about this theory I've been having that I want to really apply when it comes to my anthology, the Crom anthology, is the idea of variant ink versions for interior pages. We hear a lot of that when it gets down to, the covers. You get 15 different covers, but I want to start seeing things in the interior. So, I'll have to work out whether I can get this inside Crom anthology. With James Anthony's permission, but we'll hammer that out there. Right now, today, I just want to get to some inking. I'm going to start with, as I always start with, my Fudenosuke blue hard tip inking pen, and then we'll go from there. The fun part about this is the obvious drawing cosmically sexy ladies. So you can't really go wrong there. And as I said, I've been following James on the Instagram, which, Instagram has been treating me quite nicely lately, and definitely in the area of suggestions. So, like I said, I came across his work, I have to say probably a month ago, and was just really immediately taken by the way he approaches figures, landscape, the wholeness of the dimension, composition wise and stuff. So I figured, you know what? I'll take a chance and see if he'll let me play with his drawing. And, like I said, this is my version. And one of the striking things is the fact that they have no pupils. Dare we say that they're spacey ladies? Pardon my sense of humor, but it comes out occasionally. But as I do with all my inking, I just go ahead and start outlining, if you will. So, another, I don't know, I have not really talked to James at all, but another one of the kind of vibes or say influences I've got is Buichi's Space Cobra, the manga. So there's just a vibe there from it. I picked up a lot, so I can't thank him enough, and I'll be doing that often. Is thanking James to letting me use his pencils to trip my fancy in a cosmic way, man. James has a really nice sensitivity to um, his figures. Do not know what that's all about. So who cares? There we go. Something seems to be goofy with the comments in YouTube. So forgive me if I miss your comments or know that you were there. I do know you are there if you're there. So those of you who don't know who Buichi um, Space Cobra is, next time I'll try to remember to bring out one of his books. Got to go dig them out. I was just remembering. This was another vibe I got from James's drawing. One of my favorite times for fantasy art is the 70s. They just can't do wrong. Everything from the paperback covers to the comic books. I mean, it was just. I mean, even Marvel was just crazy in the way that they were just, allowing the artists and writers to just do us justice, and justice being the fantasy, real true fantasy, nothing hinged to it, unadulterated. So yeah, as I work on this, obviously I'm gonna give James a heads up, and we'll get him to shed some light on who these fine female forms are and the world they hail from, universe that they traverse. James can sure draw himself a sexy space gal here. I know one of the vibes I get from this is that it's a alien landscape, prehistoric. In other words, it's or pre-civilized maybe. And these are just some tribal sisters out there hunting for their next meal, or maybe they're on like sentry duty, guarding the town below. And another thing is the Image comics. That kind of feeling of Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri. I guess that could also be a inspiration here. Yeah, I wonder if for this one I'm going to have to put the NSFW in the tagline or something. Oh, there's good people at work today stealing moments on their Instagram or YouTube. Oh my. Don't want my coworkers to see this. Yeah, there's a lot of challenges in drawing sexy sci-fi space maidens, outfits being one of them. Because you don't want to get them too well clothed. Yet, you just don't want to chintz out on, you know, a little bikini bottom, some slippers, headband, you know. You gotta kind of spruce it up a little bit. So if you are coming in on the YouTube side, I do seem to be experiencing some technical difficulties from YouTube in seeing any of the comments. So I don't want anybody coming in thinking I don't see you. And then this badass battle axe. I mean, come on. Some chips in there, some battle wornness. So one of the other reasons I want to do more work like this based on other people's work is drawing is seeing. And just because you can see somebody's work, just by looking at it, doesn't mean you completely understand it. If you really want to understand something, you're going to want to, maybe do a sketch of it or, something to help you understand and see a deeper level of what's going on. And that was another reason I reached out to James and asked him if, he had a drawing he wouldn't mind me doodling on. But I can't thank him enough because his sensitivity in his lines, the approach, um, is very nice. It's very nice. It's refreshing to see somebody taking their time. Really working on, the figure, the anatomy, the pose, the outfit, the surroundings. Like I said, it's very, very well thought out. And yeah, I want to get to know this drawing a little bit more. So drawing it is the best way to do that as an artist. I think they have only 3 fingers and a thumb. We'll have to get verification, which is a awesome bonus design wise for aliens. Also cuts down on the workload. Thank you, James. There you go. I'll get some finer lines in there. I'm going to put some really decent attention to the to that battle axe. Just need to get some basics in here. And I could say already at this point, James has a really nice attention to anatomy. So there's a lot of really nice marks, indications, you know. So bravo, Mr. Anthony. And another artist is Boris Vallejo. He was a big guy coming through on the 70s sci-fi book covers, comic books, comic book covers, fantasy art. But we will eventually get some answers from James Anthony himself, whether it's just him making comments or me having outside conversations. And the next time I come in and work on this, I can share, or maybe we'll even try to set up a Crom update. Who knows? Not that worried about it. Also, too, just so everybody check out more of James's work. As I say, Shelob's Layer of Drawing, at Shelob's Layer Drawing. I think if you put James Anthony Art in there, it'll come up. But yeah, check out his stuff. Definitely follow him because just a lot of really good stuff. Also, I'm now just remembering Brutal Blade of Ron Parsons. He's the one that posted something on his Instagram and led me to James Anthony. So thank you, Rom, who is also working on a Crom story, which is also going to be a episode of Crom Updates. So be on the lookout for that. That's coming this Saturday. That's what I need. I need a 70s soundtrack here. Let me see what I can do. Ooh, if anybody wants a really good sci-fi prog band, look up The Space Lords. The Space Lords on YouTube. Holy moly, fantastic, amazing, Hawkwind inspired stuff. So just can't get enough of those guys. Really great. And it's pretty much instrumentals. So it's like 45 minutes to an hour, you know. Occasionally somebody will come in and bark out something, but just really good. Like, you know, love me some Hawkwind. So if you need that, I'm going to have to see if I can get some music. Playing. Like I could play some stuff here in the background. I'm just worried that something's going to happen with the copyright and all that business. God forbid if I have a really awesome live show that's recorded and then boom, it's taken down. Why? Because copyright infringement. Yeah, now I'm just going to have to put on some The Space Lords after this live session. Once again, really enjoy the costuming. Yeah, I'm coming up with more and more questions for James. Like, do these ladies have names? Is there a name to the world, the trot? You know, there's just going to be a lot of that, and we're going to get some answers somehow, some way, soon. Good old, nice heeled boot. One idea might be that I get James to do a live session with me. Now he's in England, he said, so I don't know. I think it's probably later in the evening now. I'll have to do a time check. Actually, let me check real quick what time it is in jolly old England. Moving to Delaware. Oh, let's just do London, England. United Kingdom. Yep, it's 5 p.m. in London, so there's a really good chance, depending on James's work schedule, of course. We'll work something out. Because another reason I wanted to do this is to promote other artists. That seems to be one of the challenges nowadays. Getting some attention, getting some eyeballs. I think if we all just talk more and more about each other's work, instead of all this other noisy stuff, and I do mean the Marvel DC crap. That's right, I said it. Crap. The propaganda, the PR materials. But we won't get into that. That'll be for another time. Talk about each other. Reach out, talk to somebody, ask them a question, message them. That's what this whole social media technology is supposed to be for, right? And of course, somebody doesn't want to talk to you. That's their loss. But because I also, there's got to be more collaboration out there. I think a lot of people are getting tired working by themselves, trying to carry the whole ship as publisher and writer and editor and printer and promoter, marketer. It can get daunting, tedious, exhausting. This is kind of one of the cool things about these brush pens is when they start drying out, they still have a nice edginess to them. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Mm-hmm. All right, that is as far as I am gonna go here. I have some other things I need to be working on. I only wanted to get this ball rolling, started, if you will. But let me just share a little bit here. Yesterday, I finished my Crom in the Upside Down Damsel. This is not Lala. I have not come up with a name for her, but it's going to be eventually thought out. But I have, as you can see, I'm still making a little doodle here and a little doodle there. It'll get printed in Crom Anthology #1. But this is the thing I wanted to share. Like, art is such a hyperbolic thing. My art, as people say, my art, But this is my art. The printed material. This is what I strive for as my art. This is 140 pages of black and white sword and sorcery goodness. I'm in the beginning with 4 comic book stories. The middle is the obvious soul and inspiration, which is Gardner Fox and John Guinta. And then the ending here is a 35-page illustrated prose story, shared writing between Fox and I, and illustrations by me. But the most important piece of the how do you get Crom to become a dark and brooding god, it happens in part 7. So with that, this is still available. You can purchase your copies from cromthebarbarian.com. But this gets printed eventually. And to give you an idea of how that printing is going to go, here it is. This is just an 8.5 by 11 black version of this drawing I did. Obviously, it's nice and trimmed up. It's nice and clean, but you can see where things is. When I printed it out, I then did come back with a white colored pencil and a black colored pencil because I could see that that's where I needed more information. So I did come back and added that black and white color pencil in there. And the texture too is really, really nice. So I'll be doodling this a little bit more in here, but it's pretty much good. I'm really good with it. So I'll continue working on this. Tuesdays are my Friday, if you will. I don't really plan a lot in the way of making art because everybody needs time off. And so, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to be going to a life drawing session tomorrow. So I'm really super excited about that. I'll share more about that. Don't know if it'll be Thursday, but it'll probably be on Friday. I'll be coming back. I'll be getting to this young gal over here on the right. The drawing is not mine. It is by the amazing English sci-fi fantasy horror artist, James Anthony. This is a drawing he sent to me so I could ink right over the top of it, called The Last Two. And I found Anthony through Brutal Blade of Rom Parsons, and he's James Anthony is available. You can locate him at Shelob's Lair. I wonder if that's like anything to do with the world. Shelob's Lair of Drawing. So I'll find out more and more about this as things go on. So super excited that I was able to get this awesome drawing from James, and I'm looking forward to getting more information from him to share with you, and maybe even getting James on here live, whether it's this kind of thing, or it would be something recorded for the Crom updates, which is a blog and a vlog between cromthebarbarian.com and YouTube. So, which if you're on YouTube right now, you are on the right place, Crom the Barbarian. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time, and we will see you soon again. Ta-ta.